to Kids True Crime. Pulling up, hit and go. It's showtime. Chat squad rolling in line. Best crew on the screen, that's the headline. We pull up to the scene, Mr. calling out each detail. Real clean, Patty said, judging the fee. Running double theories at top speed. Caroline Cooper in caps lock. Rachel from Mars with the straight talk. Angel in the back with the side eye. We ride or die in the live, let the time fly. Welcome to Kids True Crime. True Crime. We got push people talking in real time. Real time. We got trolls in the corner, we don't mind. Hit 'em with a one-liner, fill from behind. Best community on this whole site. We laugh, we roast, but we hold tight. Get a little copy, that's what we're here for. Bad ass fight, yeah. Up, push and score. Bad ass fight, yeah. 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 Right, left, right, yeah. Melissa in the bushes on patrol, putting out the fires when the rumors roll. Flames toddler in the back, all jokes. Inside last of the day one's folk. Feel the chatter climbing up the chat wall. Names flying fast, can't catch 'em all. From the first bell ring to the last word said. We beans, tease, spaces till it's time for bed. Welcome to Kids True Crime. True Crime. We got bush people talking in real time. Real time. We got trolls in the corner, we don't mind. Hit 'em with a one-line, fall from behind. Best community on this whole site. We laugh, we roast, but we hold tight. Get a little pocket, that's what we're here for. Back ass fight, yeah. Up, blast was for. Back ass fight, yeah. 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 Back ass fight, yeah. Drop a heart in the chat for the day ones. Drop a flame for the late night reruns. If you know, then you know that's the code word. Kit says what she thinks, every quote heard. We stay loud, stay proud when the stream's on. Same fam, same clan when the cam's gone. One click, one link, and we're back at the door to the badass softcore lore. Welcome to Kids True Crime. True Crime. We got bush people talking in real time. Real time. We got trolls in the corner, we don't mind. Hit 'em with a one-line, fall from behind. Best community on this whole side. We laugh, we roast, but we hold tight. Get a little cookie, that's what we're here for. Bad ass vibe, yeah. Ash low floor. Bad ass vibe, yeah. 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 Bad ass vibe, yeah.
Okay, hold on, guys. I'm reading something. Hold on. Overall record. If overall record in lieu of DRs, no further action is necessary. If you see the DR is needed, yeah. I got some stuff from Florida DOC, but it's not what I'm looking for. And let's see. Yeah, it says slow down process. Oh my God. If you see the DRs needed, and a voice will be generated. I'm sorry, guys. I got a reply. Holy fuck. What is wrong? I'm sorry, guys. This is bullshit. Sorry. I don't know why it just, muted me. I gotta respond to the Florida DOC. Hold on. Because it's something I'm looking for. Where, if you see the DRs is needed, because the amount of DRs and the invoice will be generated. Upon receipt of payment, your request will be processed. Well, tell me how much it's going to be, girl. That's all I need to know. Hold on a minute. I got to reply. Upon receipt of your payment. Payment. Um, how much? How much is the payment? Sorry, guys, I got to do this so I can pay for it. I'm sorry, guys. I hate it when they just don't. Anyways, it is what it is. Why does it keep muting me? I'm having a conversation with you guys, and it keeps muting. All out of sudden, I shit you not, people. It's like every time I go out of StreamYard. Hold on, let me try it and see if it does it again. Okay, let's see what happens, people. I'm gonna go here and see what it does. I'm gonna see if it meets me again. Shit. It is! It's muting me every time. I'm sorry. I hope we get better. Okay, guys, I don't know what's going on with StreamYard, but every time I leave StreamYard, like if you know how to work StreamYard, like you go to share screen, right? Oh, I'm so mad at the Florida DOC right now, people. I don't know what to do. Maybe I should call and have a conversation. God, they have it. Here's a Friday, and they're putting it on me now. So that means I will not be able to talk to anybody till Monday. Whatever. Okay, I'm gonna say hi. Hello. How you doing, Mister? Hello, Patty. Patty Sturgis.
Patty, do you want to play a game? I want to play a game. Ha 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 ha.
That's what's up. That's what I Amber. I hope you feel better. Yeah, me too. Okay, here we're gonna do this. JLR. Now, I think this is actually from 5 years ago. This interview. Okay. So he's on a channel called John Spot. Now, what's going on here? I'm looking at what Jonathan's wearing. This is the first time I'm going to me myself. Okay? The first time. Oh, I'm so mad. Sorry, guy. Did they respond back to me? Hold on a minute. I'm sorry. Good afternoon. 15 minutes ago. No. Oh, well. Sorry, I got to mute my phone. It'll drive me nuts. All right. Now, Jonathan Lee Richards he's been on YouTube forever, okay, on social media forever, but he did not come and be an investigator. Jonathan Lee Richards Investigates, that channel, until I think 2022. Or maybe it was the end of 2021. When did Patty, or not Patty, when did, what's her name? What's her name? What's her name? Oh, God, what's her name? Petito, Gabby. When did Gabby go missing? Gabby Petito. She went missing. Gabby went missing in 2021. Okay. So this here has to be 2021. Want to know why? Because I see what he's wearing. Okay. I see what he's wearing. I want to show you what he did in front of Gabby Petito's, the home she was living in, Brian's, but still. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I've showed it on other lives. Hold up. Okay. Oh my God, what's going on with me today? I can't even spell right. Petito's house. I should have said actually the laundries. All right, let me show you what happened here. Is this it? Can you guys talk someone to yourself a minute? I gotta find this so it makes sense. You know what? Forget it. Let's just get to the interview. This is Jonathan in 2021. Okay, so this was 5 years ago on this channel here. Hold on.
It's like
joining me is the state of the Ray Bay and none other than Jonathan Lee Riches, who's a gonzo journalist and MAGA superstar.
Yo, that was an interesting intro. I was watching you guys dancing on some hot coals.
hell yeah.
Fingers on hot coals. That was interesting. I was kind of like bobbing my head up and down to the beat. I like the beat. I like it, guys. I like it.
Hey,
Wow.
Taylor just made that, John. He just made it. It's fucking
Yeah, I
flies,
was actually trying to rap in my head a little bit. You know what I mean? MAGA raps or something. You know, to
MAGA raps.
MAGA raps. Maybe
Fuck
you
yeah.
guys shoot me the instrumental, and I'll try to make a MAGA rap out of it.
There
Awesome.
we go. I love to hear that.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Oh, honored and privileged. Honored and privileged as always. Real shit, man.
Okay.
So where do we start? Jonathan, tell us a little bit about yourself, brother.
Yeah, so I'm Jonathan Riches. You know, you can see me on social media. I got a pretty big following. Been around for the minute on the internet for probably about 10 years. You know, back in the 90s, I was into the hacking, phone freaking. You know, the HP scene. You know, did some fraudulent activity. Went to federal prison. Did 10 years in federal prison for my actions. Long sentence for a nonviolent crime. Was wire fraud and identity theft, and you know, sent around to penitentiaries across the country. During the course of that time, you know, I was aggravated with my sentence, learned about the law, and started filing a bunch of lawsuits. You know, I sue a lot of people. I've had sued a lot of people. I'm in the Guinness Book of World Records for suing the most people. I filed over 5,000 frivolous lawsuits. You know, get out of prison, and then you know, I tried to. When I got out of prison, you know, I started gravitating towards politics. I didn't really necessarily choose a side. But politics was interesting, so I started going to political rallies and, you know, hearing candidates speak and whatnot. You know, fake news, kind of news and how the news works and the media works, you know, and I began trolling the media a little bit. I, you know, did some instances where I trolled the media pretty hard. Went up to Sandy Hook after the shooting in 2012, you know, impersonated one of the shooter's uncles, and then, you know, trolled the fake media, and that got a lot of publicity. You know, got in trouble for that, went back to prison for.
I mean, really, you think that's funny, dude? The Sandy Hook, that was not. I mean, are they laughing because? Are they laughing at him or with him?
A probation violation, because after my prison sentence, you got to serve, supervised release. And then served a couple years for the probation violation. Then when I got out, I actually did pretty good. Got off probation, my slate was clean. Tried to redeem myself. And I gravitated towards politics more, and this was more right-wing politics. So Donald Trump comes on the scene around the same time, and I've been following him ever since. Love President Trump, love the right. The quality of my life has changed for the better. I am a journalist myself. I work for Original Media Group. I call myself a gonzo journalist. A gonzo journalist is someone that basically is part of the story as they are reporting. I'm not objective. I'm clearly show my alliance to whatever story I'm doing. Follow Donald Trump for the last 4 years, 5 years. I've been at 35 Trump rallies. I've been over 100 protests, sign waves, boat parades, caravans, everything. There was instances, Charlottesville in 2017. I was outside Charlottesville witnessing what was going on there. Trump's inauguration, all the DC stuff going on there. With the recent election, after the election, I was up at the Capitol, United States Capitol. So I've been around a lot of places, and I align myself with interesting people. I align myself with Proud Boys. I do align myself with Oath Keepers and 3%ers and MAGA people. I despise and hate Antifa.
What's 3%ers? What's 3%ers? Hold on a minute. What's 3%ers? What the hell is a 3%er? Because he ain't no biker. Oh, it's a far right anti-government group. Okay. Well, we'll have to look at that. Interesting. All right, here we go, people.
Radical left. I'm okay with moderate Democrats. I'm okay with peaceful people. I'm pretty peaceful myself, but I like to expose the left and their violence. I'm a nonviolent dude. I have a cat. I live in Florida, and Florida's Trump country. It's pretty good summer.
Yeah. So them Antifa people with the yoga pants and the ski mask, are they anti-fax?
They're fascists themselves. They hate fascism, but they're the ones that are fascists. They're the ones that want to cancel us out if they, don't agree with us and they get offended. They're the ones that are trying to shut us down via violence, and they're anarchists, And I've been following them for the last 3-4 years, or not 4 or 5 years, probably about 15. They came on the scene in about 15 in Philadelphia, where I'm originally from Philadelphia. So I started, Antifa started having these, anti-government protests in Center City, Philadelphia. So I used to go down there and check it out. Sometimes I go in there and pretend I'm Antifa and kind of blend in dressed in black so nobody gives me no problems. And I just film and document them and see what's up and see what they're doing, and they march down the street, in a black block, all dressed in black, start smashing stuff and, F the system and they're anarchists, So I just started following them, whatever like that, and started, documenting them and identifying Antifa members and doxing them, and doxing them and shining the light on them. And that was something I enjoyed doing. It was fun. I still do it. And yeah, they retaliate. I clearly do it. Now I do it openly, and they know who I am. They don't like me. They've doxed me. They've done vandalism to my house. They've come after me. They threaten me. But it goes with the territory. It's pretty cool.
I'm sorry. Listen to him. You guys, I'm going to say it. All this stuff to Jonathan, I don't care. Everything to him is a game. If you're going to go after him, he's going to get you, right? And it's going to be back and forth, ping pong. I'm telling you, people.
Oh yeah, I used to deal with fucking Antifa and shit on my way home from work, coming from fucking Jersey and whatnot, and run into these dickheads down there at the fucking city hall with the rest of the hobos and shit, and I'm like, yo, you guys are like literally protesting ICE and shit, but you got the homeless people here across the street, and they're all like, oh, we're taking care of them. How? They're still on the fucking street. You ain't getting them no fucking jobs. You ain't helping them get in no fucking homes. You're not helping them build anything. Like, what the fuck? You motherfuckers do more complaining than action. They do like literally nothing but sit in the fucking street and bitch all fucking day. They didn't start getting fancy until they got the motherfucking umbrellas. I tell you.
Yeah, this umbrellas thing, man. They do that in DC. Yeah, the front
Yeah.
leaders use these umbrellas as shields to hide, you know, the people behind them doing whatever they do. You know, with the bats and the shields, and you know, they smash stuff. They go around DC on a regular basis with bullhorns and stuff. But I've identified all these Antifa people in most of the major cities on the East Coast. You know, I have a whole doxing profile on all these people and know who they are, know who their families are, and where they live. You know, and they get mad. You know, sometimes I toy with them and, you know, troll them a little bit online and stuff like that. And they get mad, you know, but when they see me in person, you know, they just shout in my face, whatever like that. And really, you know,
Yeah.
well, no, I can't say that. You know, they throw piss at me, you know, try to sucker punch me and stupid stuff like that, but nothing
Yeah.
too crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
God. You hear that? Well, yeah, they throw piss on me. Not a big deal though. Oh my God. Ew. Oh, that's battery. JR, that's battery. Hi, Rhonda. How are you? This is JLR in 2021 interview.
One guy,
I haven't died yet.
I had this one brother jump all up in my face and got all super excited. I was like, I just stood there, looked at him, was like, "Are you serious, bro?" And then he just backed up real quick once he realized I wasn't about that fucking life. Like, I fuck all that. I ain't got time for them motherfuckers and shit. That's why I just go to work now. Nowadays, I just go to work. Ever since I had that little almost altercation with them dickheads, I was like, you know, I'm just gonna go to work, go home, and just shut the fuck up. These people are fucking retarded. Last thing I need to be doing is dealing with these anti-fags and shit. Because, you know, it's the worst fucking thing ever, man. Like, real shit.
I think they're irrelevant. I think they're bottom feeders and stuff, and you know, I don't think they have any standing. I don't think the movement is growing. Maybe in one place, Portland, you know, because of the stupid mayor, you know, Ted Wheeler up there, he allows that nonsense to go unchecked. But other than that, you know, most communities, like I'm in Florida now, and, you know, Antifa, after George Floyd happened last year, Antifa was coming around Tampa area, in certain areas like Tampa and St. Pete and Newport Richey, Florida. And, you know, they were marching the streets or whatever, but they don't play in Florida. The Patriots down here don't play, because like we counter them and we come strong. We come strong with bikers. We come with hundreds of bikers, hundreds of Proud Boys, you know, Oath Keepers, 3%ers, and we just mop the floor with them, literally scare them into oblivion. It's fun stuff.
You gotta do shit. You gotta let these motherfuckers know, hey, we are not fucking around. All right, fuck around and find out. Like Kyle Rittenhouse, they fucked around, they found the fuck out.
Now we got a wonderful governor. I don't know if you guys know who Ron DeSantis is. I'm sure you guys have been hearing about him.
Hell yeah,
but he's the real deal. And I'll be honest, you know, I don't know if Trump's going to run again in 2024, but it probably will be DeSantis. Ron DeSantis is like, his policies are on point. If you're on the right, you know, and the left hate him, but you know, the Patriots and everybody on the right, he is like listening to the people, and he's throwing the hammer down. You know, he's creating these policies. For instance, the Anti-Riot Act. We were the first state in Florida to create the Anti-Riot Act. Basically, is, you know, if you do any type of protesting in the streets and you hurt or vandalize anything or hurt of an individual or something, you're going to be charged with felonies, and it's no cash, you know, no bail felonies. You know, if you're a driver and you're driving down the street and you drive up and there's a bunch of people blocking the traffic and pounding on your hood and doing dumb stuff, you know, not letting you go through, you can run them over without any consequences. You know, if you danger, opposed to other states where, you know, they think it's the driver's fault, you know, and the protesters have the right to protest in the street. Well, they're not playing in Florida anymore. They're not, you know, and this governor, kudos to him, in the Florida legislature, which is all Republicans, you know, create this bill and stuff like that. So hopefully, you know, we don't have no problems in the state, and hopefully other states emulate it.
How dare you have a life and go to work? How dare you? Shit, real right, man. Motherfuckers be out there in the middle of the damn street. They lucky I don't have a driver's license for real. I'm running them over also. I mean, not with, like, on purpose or anything like that, but if they came around beating on my fucking hood, acting all crazy, hey, get the fuck out of my way, y'all. You know, I'll nudge them. I'm nudging my boy. I'm nice.
If you lived in Portland, the driver has to yield to them. You know what I mean? The driver has to be patient. You know what I mean? And let them stay in the street and just block you to, you know, for hours, you know, and corner your car. And there's nothing you can do. And they pound on your car and pound on your window and terrorize, like, for instance, women, you know, with children in the back cars that are just trying to get home from work or trying to go to the grocery store, whatever. They got these idiots, you know, surrounding them and stuff like that, you know, and if you run them over.
Yeah, but look at the stuff that you do on missing person cases. You go to the families' homes, right? And you accuse mothers and fathers of having something to do with the missing child, or saying the child's dead and that they unalived their own child. You've done some really nasty stuff.
It's the driver's fault.
Mm-hmm. That's terrifying. It's like a motherfucking zombie apocalypse or like War of the Worlds or some shit like that. Shit like that could fucking happen. And human beings, when they come together in a massive group and shit, they don't know how to fucking act. It always takes that one person to fucking lose their goddamn mind, and then everybody else around them is like, hey, yeah, let's join in. Let's fucking do what he's fucking doing.
So
crazy.
on top of it, on top of that, governor down here in Florida, his policies, like he's taking on big tech, with big tech censorship, and shadow banning and banning. He basically said, if you're a political candidate in Florida, the internet company, Facebook's, the big tech companies can't ban you. They can't ban you. And if they do ban you, they'll be subjected to like a $25,000 a day fine. He's the first governor to take that on. And that's important for most states because big tech, the federal government can't necessarily do anything about big tech, but each state can. They really can. Each state can. And, Florida took the lead front on that. Governor DeSantis just signed a anti-vaccine passport bill, requiring, business, how Biden was trying to say that everybody has to have a vaccine passport to prove that you got a vaccine and go into business, stuff like that. We don't have to have that go on in Florida, basically. He signed that bill. He signed the LGBT, transgender and other people locker room, that type of bill, to ban that, from people across, whatever gender you're saying, claiming to be, to go into another person's locker room, in school and stuff. He banned that. His policies, he's doing good stuff for the state of Florida, that all national governors should do to make it, everything like legit and straight again.
Definitely. That sounds fucking wonderful. That sounds like a real good American policies and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta keep the motherfuckers at bay.
And DeSantis is in line with Trump because Trump lives in Florida right now. He lives in Mar-a-Lago, down in Palm Beach. Yeah. So DeSantis, the last 2 months, DeSantis has been at Mar-a-Lago like 10 times, been golfing with him, eating and dining with him, hanging out with them, whatever like that. So they like that, man. They like that. And I think Trump is either playing kingmaker to groom them, or maybe they jump on the same ticket with each other. Trump, DeSantis 2024, DeSantis, Trump 2024. I can see Trump playing second fiddle to DeSantis, especially if you see how Russia politics works. With Putin, when Putin was the president, after Putin was done because of his term limit or whatnot, he gave the presidency to Medvedev or whatever his name was.
Medvedev.
Yeah. And Putin played his vice president. Putin played vice president to him, and then when he was done, Putin became president again. You know what I mean? So he took, Trump emulate that same style. It's fun stuff.
I hope he do. Like real shit. I would love to see him run again. Like real rap. Cause like I didn't vote in 2016. Well, because I didn't really like understand each candidate right away. Last time I voted was like in 2004 beforehand. But I was like, I'm gonna vote this year, in 2020. And Donald Trump definitely he President Trump, I should call him. He slowly warmed up to me. You know what I'm saying? Like it took me a minute.
All right. I found what I was looking for finally. Athena's trial's over till Monday. It got out early today. Yeah, I'm staying away from that case right now. I can't. All right. Now, this is before he became an JLR Investigates on YouTube. I want to put this guy up here. He's a U.S. Marine. Hold on. That lived next door to Brian Laundrie. He got him arrested. Him and Bullhorn Betty. Because that's what they do. So here's the neighbor. And if you guys know Gavin Petito, people were parked out of their home, okay? Brian Laundrie's home for over a month. Okay? This is the neighbor. But look at what Jonathan and Bullhorn Betty did. And mind you, he's the one that got arrested and had to pay a fine.
Fuck you! You were on my property, you bitch! Is that what you're about to do? I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell you, motherfucker! You're getting arrested, pal. You ain't no fucking sleuth! You can sit here all you want with your megaphone, I don't care! But you come on my fucking property again, I ain't going your I'm gonna fucking beat your ass! You're going to prison, buddy. Okay? You're going to prison. You're going to prison. Call 911. You're going to prison. Call fucking 911. You're going to prison. This ain't you. You're going. This ain't you on my motherfucking property. You did an assault. Shut up, bitch. No. That's not you right there. Ooh. You're going to prison. Good. I'll I'll kill you.
Charges on you,
Don't
pal.
come on my
I'll
shit
press
no
the charges.
more.
The whole world's watching you. You just assaulted me on camera. You're going to jail. You just assaulted me on camera.
Don't worry about it. You come on my property
on camera.
You're going to get
Assaulting me on camera. You are going to jail. I'm pressing charges. You assaulted me where everyone was watching. You are going to jail. You came over and assaulted me.
What property was he on? You have a violent problem, sir.
I'm pressing charges, pal. I'm pressing charges. Believe that. Believe that, pal. And that's not going to stop me. If you want to sit there and support the Laundrie family, shame on you too.
Oh, I don't want to.
So this guy was sick of these people being in his neighborhood, okay? In his neighborhood, Jonathan was up on his property looking in his windows. That's what's up. That's what happened. And look at her, big bad bullhorn Betty. Think she's all bad and shit with her bullhorn.
You are going to jail. You assaulted me. You pushed me in front of national media, pal. You pushed me in front of national media, and I am pressing charges for assault. You don't care, huh? Take your bail money. Take your bail money, pal.
So yeah, so the neighbor, the Marine, did get arrested. By the way. Well, hello, how are you? How are you today? They had enough of the shit. They were there for a long time. Yes, they were, weren't they? They sure were. I just showed you that's the time frame. Because after Gabby Petito, because, yeah, I'm going to say it, if it wasn't for Molly Golightly, she introduced Olivia, okay, Bullhorn Betty, and JLR to this part of YouTube. Yeah, right now I am. Thank you. It's been tough. Fire in the chat. Fire in the chat. And there's 2 names that I got blocked that we will not talk about within my channel now. Put the fire in chat, people. Fire in the chat. Okay, let's go back. Thank you. Look at that. Look at all the fire in the chat. All right, let's get back to the interview. Which don't seem like an interview to me. But hey.
Because I was like one of them dumbass Democrats. Blinders on. I was left. I was far left. But there were things that I did. There were conservative, traditional American ideas that I was for. And like as I further, just started educating myself, I was like, holy shit, I was wrong. These assholes is telling me one thing, and I'm finding out it's a whole fucking other. Like I thought the Republican Party was just filled with a whole bunch of racist old white people and shit. And I ended up working at a call center, and I got on the phone. Maybe like one person I spoke to on the phone was racist. Everybody else was pretty chill and shit. They just wanted what was best for America and whatnot. And I did have a couple of crazies on there, like this one old head was like, yeah, when President Trump builds that wall, it's got to be a wire fence, minefield, wire fence, minefield. I just fucking loved it. I lost my mind, started cracking up. And I was like, but it's like building a connection with people. I thought that Republicans was just a whole bunch of stuffy ass motherfuckers and shit. But it's, it was completely different. It was people just like myself, just with real concerns for their fucking country and what have you. And,
so you would consider yourself a walk away then, right?
I'm definitely a walk away. Because I was lied to. I was lied to about what the party was and what the people who the people in the party were about. Like I see black conservatives like Herman Cain and fucking Condoleezza Rice and shit. Ben Carson, yeah, and I considered them to be coons and shit. I looked at him, Uncle Tom ass, Ben Carson, fucking Herman Cain, and rest his soul. He has some really great ideas. I actually kind of like that 999 thing. That was pretty dope. But like I'm just
yeah, 999. Godfather's Pizza, 999.
Hell yeah. And I just was like, I just wasn't back then. Like, as I got older and shit, I just started not to mind black conservatives. But then, and now here I am, lo and behold, now I am a black conservative. I am one of these motherfuckers out here. Like, my eyes are open. I'm seeing black conservatives definitely 100% different now because I get to learn from them. I get to educate myself. Like if I learn about anything about politics, I do take it from them, as opposed to white people, because I still have my hangups with white folks. But you know, slowly but surely, this right here will no longer matter in my brain.
So
That's just-
people aren't a lot of people aren't aware about Joe Biden, his track record, right? His
Yeah.
past. So Joe Biden, when he was in the 90s, he was the head Senate, the Judiciary Chairman for the Judiciary Committee of the Senate, right? So he's basically the leader of creating all these federal laws, right? So he was one of the architects of the federal sentencing guidelines. So in the 90s, see, I went to federal prison in 2001, and I was at like the peak of it, right? But in the 90s, man, Joe Biden, as head of the Senate Judiciary Committee, was involved with massive incarceration of African American people from cities, particularly people with drug cases, right? Drug cases, like a lot of African Americans with small amount of drugs would be swooped into these big conspiracies and go to prison for 20, 30 years for a very little amount of drugs. You know what I mean? Under these crazy federal sentencing guidelines. He was the architect of that. So what does that do? Well, that takes the African American father away from his children, you know, and leaves the children fatherless. You know, it destroys the communities. It destroyed families. And we're not just talking about hundreds. We're talking almost tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of individuals that were subjected to this. So it's mind-boggling that the African American communities in these inner cities could endorse or support Joe Biden as a candidate. You know. You know, but I think it's just they've been programmed in their head to think Donald Trump is racist and stuff like that. But I don't get it. And hopefully, you know, people wake up. Hopefully wake up, because it is going to be business as usual. For instance, like, right. So President Trump, right. So he was creating these you know, these programs in federal prison called the First Step Act and everything like that, giving people incentives. Okay, you made a mistake, you effed up. Okay, well, if you're in prison here, you get a GED or you apply yourself. We'll give you a year off your sentence. You know what I mean? You take a drug program, an RDAP program. We'll get you a year off your sentence. You know, we'll put you more in a halfway house instead of just releasing you right away to the community after being in prison for 10, 20 years. We'll give you like a year halfway house or whatever like that. But Biden, he's going to rescind all that. Not only and there's signs of that because, you know, Trump put it in these each federal district has assistant United States attorneys, the AUSAs, right? So so there's like 13 or there's 9, you know, federal districts and whatnot. And Trump appointed ones that were going to be fair on sentencing, you know, not as crazy sentences as it was in the, you know, in the early 2000s and the 90s. Well, as soon as Biden became president, he replaced all those AUSAs and created his own again, you know. So it's probably going to be business as usual again. It's going to be the prosecuting a grind, and it's going to be, you know, destroying communities again. You know what I mean? At the same time as, you know, making people believe that the big government is there for you, you know, by giving you some welfare, or, you know, government programs and assistance to say, oh yeah, the Democrats for us, the Republicans aren't. You know, the opportunity is there for everybody, because I went to federal prison and I got out with $20 in my pocket.
I just want to say this right here now, people, and welcome new members. This channel is not a political channel. We're just watching this interview that Jonathan is doing. I just want to put that out there. So we are not going to go into any kind of politics here. This is just an interview that he was on in 2021. I'm pretty sure it's 2021. If not, it was 2020.
Whatever. But, you know, I had limited resources, limited family and everything like that. And I applied myself. I got out, got into religion, and, you know, I made myself, you know, when I finally got out, you know, I violated and I messed up. But when I finally put my mind to it and everything like that, you know, now I run, you know, Airbnbs and short and long-term rentals, stock market. I write, you know, for media outlet, you know, align myself with good quality, positive people.
What's going on? What? Let me turn this down a little bit. Just a little tiny bit. Holy shit. What did I just hear? Oh, no. Let's do this. He talks fast. Okay. He aligns himself with good people. Yeah, we can tell. Look what happened with you and Bullhorn. You guys are crazy.
So, you know, when I finally got out, you know, I violated and I messed up. But when I finally put my mind to it and everything like that, you know, now I run, you know, Airbnbs and short and long.
He runs Airbnbs, short and long-term
rentals, stock market.
Stock market.
I write, you know, for media outlet.
I write for a media outlet, which was called Your Content, which is no longer,
You know, align myself with good quality, positive people. Oh.
You do? You do? You do not.
All races, all creeds, all religions.
Oh,
and, you know, my life couldn't have been happier, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So the opportunity's there for everybody. I don't care what skin color you are, what background you have. If you like America,
Why
you
did that
love
come
America,
up?
and you want to work hard, the opportunities are there.
Why did that come up? Why did he bring up skin color? Why has he more than once here? I'm just saying. I picked up on it. Why more than once has he talked about African American people? You notice this, people? I have. Why is he pushing that agenda? It's not pushing the agenda because I know some things. Well, I don't know things. We all know things that have been put on the internet that him and Bo Herm Betty have done. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'm just saying. Let me back it up. Just listen. Jesus. This is crazy.
Media outlet, align myself with good quality, positive people of all races, all creeds, all religions. And, my life couldn't have been happier,
Oh yeah.
So the opportunity's there for everybody. I don't care what skin color you are, what
Why?
background
See?
you have. If you
He
like
said
America,
it again. He said it again. I don't know what do you guys think? Am I just looking into stuff too much? Because I this ain't the first time within this interview. This is the fourth time, maybe fifth time now. He's talked about color, people of color. He's not racist, right? He loves people of all races. Why? If you're not racist, you wouldn't be saying that. You wouldn't have to say that. Okay? We're all people, we're all one. Okay? Power to the people.
you love America and you want to work hard, the opportunities are there.
Damn straight.
These leftists are being obstructed. They're obstructing what's going on, and they drink the Kool-Aid and they believe it. And they see the superficial stuff, you know what I mean? Like, for instance, like I was down at the border. I was down at the Texas-Mexico border 3 weeks ago, looking at this border crisis. And there is a border crisis down in Texas.
Okay.
There's a serious crisis.
I want to see what his hat says. That's right. That's right. I'm right. Power to the people. His hat says American supremacist. What? Hold on.
Eagles are coming
Oh, that's what it says.
in thousands a day, because as soon as Biden got put in a president, he opened up the borders and allowed like migrants to come over and seek asylum. You bring a child across the border, you put your hands up, and then Border Patrol takes you in, but then they just put you into like a charity type place. They feed and clothe and house you and put you on a bus and tell you to come back 2 years later for a hearing, but you could stay in this country. And we seen it firsthand. What's going on. And this is going to be millions of people flooding into this country. Millions by, in a 4-year span, you're going to have millions of people. So where are they going to go? Who are they going to vote?
I said a long time ago. The Democrats, they are itching to replace the black vote.
Yeah.
That's what this is all about. They're trying to replace the black vote. They're trying to bolster their numbers. And I tell black people all the time, hey, they're trying to replace our asses. They're replacing us with the Mexicans. They're replacing us with the Asians. I'm not trying to sound racist or anything. I got nothing against these folks. But the reason why they want all these illegal immigrants to have their fucking rights is so that they can replace the black voter bloc, because they know it's not sustainable. It's not stable for them in the foreseeable future. Negroes is waking the fuck on up. Taylor. Now, Taylor was telling me, get a little wild here, get a little funky, just turning gears a bit. Taylor was telling me about this Sandy Hook.
Sandy Hook.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Are you Adam Lanza's uncle or no?
No, I'm not. But that was crazy because, I saw what was happening to Sandy Hook shooting. That was December 14, 2012. I was living in Philadelphia. So as soon as it happened, I was like, all right, I'm going to go check this out. So I'm going to drive up there and see what's up. Right. Because, there was conspiracy theorists out of, my ear saying the stuff was like a false flag attack. You guys heard of false flags and Illuminati and MK Ultra and all that craziness, whatever like that. So I wanted to go see firsthand what was going on. So I went up there and, they had the school all taped off, and they were starting to make a makeshift memorial outside the school, and every media outlet was up there, and victims families were coming there laying flowers at this makeshift memorial and everything like that. So, you know, that was like my first testing of fake news, because then I was just like, all right. So I got on my knees and I just started, there was a makeshift memorial, and I got on my knees. I started praying, and I saw these cameras starting to come near me, taking pictures. I could hear the picture snapping. So then I just pretended I was crying. So I was putting my things and, you know, making a cry.
That's not funny. I mean, come on, these are little children. What were they? What, 5, 6, 7-year-olds? Come on now, it ain't funny. That is trashy thing to do. Horrible thing.
And then next thing I know, the immediate one journalist goes, "Hey, you're very emotional here. What's up?" And I just said, "Oh, my name is Jonathan Lanza. I am the uncle of the shooter, and I want to pay respect to the victim." Whatever like that. Next thing I know,
That's not cool, dude. That's not cool. No, it's not. Nope. Really?
I'm being surrounded by every media outlet, like they're surrounding me with cameras and video cameras. What do you mean you're the uncle of the shooter?
There you have it right there. Somebody said JLR always wanted to be famous. He got a taste of being infamous, I must say, within the media. And that's what he wanted, and he achieved.
Tell us about him. You know what I mean? I said, yeah, I was just with him 2 days ago. This is a barbecue. We were at a barbecue. I can't believe he did this. You know what I mean? And yeah, right there. Right there.
You the man for that.
So next thing I know, I'm on every single media outlet as the uncle. So I was like, yo, he was on psych drugs. I said he'd take Fanap. So they ran with a story saying the uncle of the shooters claims that Adam Lanza was on psych drugs before he did the shooting. You know what I mean? But the key thing is they didn't fact check. They didn't ask me for no ID. I could just say who the hell I could claim to be anybody I wanted to be. I could claim anybody I wanted to be. And I think that, proved what fake news is about. Like it's literally, they don't fact check their sources. You could say you're anybody you want, and they don't verify, and they just run with a story, whatever the narrative that they want to put.
Just like all the identity theft that he did, all those other people's names from the identity theft.
Out there, and I was on probation at the time, so then I was all over the news, and somehow my probation officer saw it, you know what I mean, and violated me for leaving the state without permission. So I was on probation, left the state, whatever like that. So
I remember that. He also, in 2022, he got a parole violation. In 2022, 2023, I can't remember. For who was he stalking? I can't remember.
It cost me 2 years of incarceration for that, because the judge was not happy. Federal judge was not happy with that one. Whatever like that. So, usually a violation, leaving the state of, might get 6 months in, a federal camp, whatever. You're like 2 years, bam. What you did was shameful, you know what I mean? Trying to make fun of a national tragedy, whatever like that, and So what I do, I went to prison, I sued the judge that sentenced me. There you go. That's my retaliation.
Were you successful?
No.
Oh man.
No, not on that one. But that's, and then so one of the things that I could relate to with President Trump when he started the trend fake news, because before Trump, you didn't really hear anything about fake news.
And okay, I've done this before on my other channel, like 3-4 years ago. I showed that JLR sued President Trump, but I see there's so many new people. So 2016, he tried to sue President Trump. Actually, almost every president, down to Abraham Lincoln, by the way.
And I could really, relate to what he was talking about. It was because the news is a joke. Because even when I was in prison filing frivolous lawsuits on people and stuff like that, I filed lawsuits in other people's names and sue people, and then the news puts out lawsuits that I filed.
You guys hear that? He used other people's names, and I said that on a live I did a while back. He used other people's names.
Late to what he was talking about. It was because the news is a joke. Because even when I was in prison filing frivolous lawsuits on people and stuff like that, I filed lawsuits in other people's names and sue people, and then the news puts out lawsuits that I filed in other people's names as if they did it. You know what I mean? Without even verifying. That's how. I mean, it's more like it goes akin with these anonymous.
I don't think you'd be laughing if this was all you, Ray. If he took your identity and did lawsuits against famous people and or did some identity theft and hacked into your computer.
Anonymous sources and stuff like that. There's no anonymous sources. They make this stuff up.
I probably got a lawsuit in my name and shit. Thanks, Jonathan. Appreciate that.
That's what I mean. You know what I mean? Like I could file a lawsuit in you, Ray Bay, and then sue Taylor James and put it in court. You know what I mean? And then sue you in Oakland, Taylor James Ray Bay against Taylor James in the District Court of Oakland, right? So media will see that and they'll just say, "Oh yeah, one of the producers here is suing another employee at his own job," and they don't feel fact. They just take it as face value. They're stupid. You know what I mean? So that's why it inspired me to be my own journalist. And I dig on things. Now a lot of my behaviors is rational, but I am rational. It's calculated. I know what I'm doing.
Did you hear that?
And I like troll.
I told you, people. Listen, come on, listen. He knows what he's doing.
Job, and they don't feel fact. They just take it as face value. They're stupid. You know what I mean? So that's why it inspired me to be my own journalist. And I dig on things. Now a lot of my behaviors is rational, but I am rational. It's calculated. I know what I'm doing. And I like trolling the news. Like last year, and here's another fake news instance. Like there was a Photoshop. I don't know if you guys heard about the story when Chauvin got arrested. Derek Chauvin for putting his knee on Floyd.
Yeah.
So my friend, or not my friend, but somebody, they made a hat that said "Make Whites Great Again" hat, or "Make Whites Great Again." And for some reason, my face went viral with Chauvin. You know what I mean? As if I was the cop with it, and they were saying Chauvin's seen here, my face with a "Make Whites Great." Google it right now. Google right now. "Make Whites Great Again," Chauvin.
I'm doing it right now.
Do it right now. "Make Whites Great Again," Chauvin. And just see my face all over him, next to him, as if I'm him. And all the celebrities like Ice Cube and Madonna and all of them was saying that he was me. You know what I mean? Or I was him, he was he. And once again, it's another fake news craziness. You know what I mean? They don't fact check. They just assume anything. So fake news is a real threat. I think they're the threat. Just
I'll go look, people. Let's see.
Because they're like the propaganda outlet, and
There we go.
crazy.
You got it up?
Let's see. I found a tweet.
Probably Ice Cube.
All right.
Who's this?
I found his all right. Let's
Hold
see
up.
here. Here, I'm gonna stop it. Stop that. And boot.
Throw it up there.
Let's see this.
They photoshopped you on the Chauvin.
They photoshopped me as if I was Chauvin, but the hat. Look at the hat. "Make Whites Great Again." Do I look like Chauvin?
You look nothing like that guy.
I look nothing. Yeah, and that's Bishop Talbot Swan. He's a racist preacher out of Massachusetts or somewhere up in the Northeast, and he's posting it as if that's me. You know what I mean? And next thing you know, all my friends are like, "Yo, they're claiming you're Chauvin with a "Make Whites Great Again" hat. You know what I mean? So, and these people
That's
ran
insane.
with it. Like Ice Cube and all of them ran with it. Chuck D with Public Enemy, he ran with it. What's his name? E40 ran with it. E40's like, "This is an image of her. Look at this racist here. Look at this racist Chauvin with this hat. Make Whites Great Again." And then even it was so bad that "Make Whites Great Again" would trended #1 for that day. It trended #1.
And here's this butthole's response.
Okay, hold on a minute. Where's Griselda? I don't see her in here. Oh, okay. I'm like, wait a minute. Because her name Griselda, she had me block that name, both her names actually. Okay. Let's go. Come on.
It's astounding how many of you are more concerned with a picture that misidentifies a racist, violent, apathetic, murdering white supremacist pig who crushed the neck of a black man and lynched him in the streets of Minneapolis than the fact that he executed #George Floyd. But you made a mistake, bro. You made a mistake.
He didn't even own it. Look.
Nah. Didn't even own up to it. What a fucking,
they were trying to apply there that, you know, me holding up a piece of fruit was as if, you know, the fruit, the blackberry was as if, you know, Chauvin is sitting on his, you know, neck. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
Like, you know, kind of like, they're like, oh yeah, this guy's Chauvin here, you know. And then they also said with, you know, you see the yoke, so it's like a white supremacist symbol. You know, they always say the white OK is a white supremacist symbol. That's a bunch of BS.
JLR, you made that. You know you made that hat. You know you made this meme, JLR. You know you did. Nobody would be crazier than you to do that. And we know that.
So,
white
supremacy.
Wow.
Taylor, white supremacy.
Crazy troll times, man. You know, and fake news, you know, they
look at this guy over there.
Crazy.
You can't do that. You can, but he can't.
I got a guy on the internet upset with me over pictures like that, just holding up my fucking whatchamacallit. Taylor knows who he is, and I'm just like, I didn't even know he was upset with me. What the fuck?
Do you know the history of that? Do you know where this came from?
Nah.
All right,
nah,
so like 4chan, you ever hear of 4chan?
Yeah.
4chan, it's a hoax. It's a hoax, you know, because, you know, the leftists try to say, well, the symbolism here means like white power or something. That's ridiculous, you know. And then so the 4chan people would just do it as just to make fun of the left.
He's not even talking about that. He didn't even say anything. You guys, are you peeping any of this, or am I just, you know? Oh my God, you guys. We already been through this before. Well, if you've been on YouTube for a while, we've already went through this stuff with JLR and Bullhorn Betty with the signs that they were doing in a different kind of setting.
The fuck?
Do you know the history of that? Do you know where this came from?
Oh.
Nah.
All right, so like 4chan, you ever hear of 4chan?
Yeah.
4chan, it's a hoax. It's a hoax, you know, because, you know, the leftists try to say, well, the symbolism here means like white power or something. That's ridiculous, you know. And then so the 4chan people would just do it as just to make fun of the left for trying to claim it's a white supremacist symbol, and then it just became a meme, a joke. It's a hoax.
Okay, hold on a minute, my dog. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Guess what I get to deal with, people? Take a guess. Why? Fire in the chat, people. Fire in the chat. Fire in the chat.
Hello. Do you want to play a game?
All right. Now, Look at those beautiful fires within the chat. Okay, let's get back to JLR explaining that that symbol he just gave doesn't mean what it. Oh God. Oh boy.
So,
Yeah, see, I
so
I
when we
never
do
thought of
that,
it as
like I
that.
do it all the time to leftists. Like every time I see a leftist at a protest, I'm standing there on the front
See,
lines and I'm going
they
like,
know. They know. Look at them both. They know. I wish I could see his eyes. Pay attention, people. There's JR. He's loving this. You guys, he's loving this because he is the biggest troll of all trolls ever on any platform. These guys know damn well. Watch them. What? Hold on, let me back it up. Watch. Okay.
to make fun of the left for trying to claim it's a white supremacist symbol, and then it just became a meme, a joke. It's a hoax. So
Yeah, see, I
when
never
we do
thought of
that,
it as
like I
that.
do it all the time to leftists. Like every time I see a leftist at a protest, I'm standing there on the front line.
Did you guys catch that? Sorry. Did you guys catch that? Oh shit. I gotta put me down. You guys, did you catch that? Look at what he's doing. JLR is doing this intentionally. He is doing this intentionally. He puts his hand up by the face. He did the same thing. JLR is doing this intentionally. Okay? And it's not no meme. Oh my God.
A joke. It's a hoax. So
Yeah, see, I
when
never
we do
thought of
that,
it as
like I
that.
do it all the time to leftists. Like every time I see a leftist at a protest, I'm standing there on the front lines and I'm going like this. It's not because, hey, white power or anything. I'm just trolling them because they think.
Oh my God, you guys. Yeah, that's why I moved my ass. I moved my ass. Oh my God, he did it again and again and again and again. I bet he was just giggling inside.
That I'm racist, or they say, oh, this guy's throwing the white powers, and it's not the case. It's just a hoax. So it's funny. It's just a joke. And these people come up with like, anything is offensive to them. Everything is offensive to them.
I thought you were going to give us the history of the OK symbol, like why it's called the OK, why this somehow translates into OK.
Well, they try to say it's like white, like this is your fingers are the W, and here going down the line is a P, so it's like white P, white power. That's what they claim.
Major Look. Is this yours? This is what we used to do. We used to be like this. Is this yours? Shit.
So I was hanging out with Muhammad Ali's wife two nights ago, and we both took. I should have showed you the pictures, but we both took pictures with this, and she's black. His wife's black. Her name is Khalifa Ali. If you look her up, it's Muhammad.
Stop it. Just stop it. Oh, hold on.
Ali's wife, whatever like that. She's a patriot. She does. I don't know if she supports Trump, but she's definitely on the right, and she's a patriot. You know what I mean? We're hanging out with her, whatever like that. We're taking pictures doing this. We know it's a joke.
Right.
It's pretty funny.
A lot of people, they don't know how to take a joke and shit in this day and age. I mean, I believe that started like with the SJW run with this new feminist movement and what have you. It's a fucking shame. This thing was coming to a head for a very long time.
Cancel culture.
Yep.
Cancel culture is another problem too. And leftists for my activities, they go to my they go to my work Facebook page and leave all these bad reviews, and contact my job and say, oh, you got a racist and a Trump supporter, bigot, Trump supporter.
This guy ain't feeling him, right? Look he's on his phone. Watch when he puts down his phone. I bet you that text is going to come to this guy here, to Ray. So, okay, we got Taylor and Ray. Let's watch.
Border working for you, and you need to fire him right now, or we're going to boycott your building. We're going to boycott in front of your job. And we're come to your house and protest if you don't fire this bigot racist. You know, my boss is I got a cool ass boss, so he's just laughing. You know, he's just like these people are nuts. But
Okay, do
we're
you guys
talking
want
like
to know
hundreds.
who he's talking about? Who his boss? Do you want to know who he's talking about? I'm going to tell you right now. Nick the Hat. He owned that that website, Your Content, which he would put his content on. Okay, he's talking about Nick the Hat. That was his boss. Just so you know, in case you didn't.
Trump supporter, bigot Trump supporter working for you, and you know, you need to fire him right now, or we're gonna boycott your building. You know, they'll boycott in front of your job, and we'll come to your house and protest if you don't fire this bigot racist. You know, my boss is I got a cool ass boss, so he's just laughing. You know, he's just like these people are nuts. But we're talking like hundreds of them. You know, just because I support Trump, you know, they try to cancel me out.
Yeah.
You know, and it's, you know, but I got thick skin. Other people don't. So, you know, when cancel culture goes after somebody, man, they really try to like destroy your livelihood.
Break you on down to shit. That's why I
Break
say
you
never
down.
apologize. Never be apologetic. Stick to your fucking guns. Shit.
Never apologize. Never. Whatever like that. But yeah, that's what I do, you know. So, you know, my whole life mission now is to kind of just, you know, expose the left, have fun, promote the right, attend rallies. You know, I just met President Trump about a month ago. You know, I was at Mar-a-Lago. You know, I went down there and actually met the guy. You know, talked to him for like 15 seconds and took a picture with him and stuff like that. You know, and it's a fun time. It's a great way. It's fun to be alive right now on my side.
He's probably like, oh yeah, that's wonderful. You can sell this on eBay. Yeah, you take a picture with me. Sell it on eBay.
I'll make you famous. You could sell this stuff.
I
For
love
10
it.
grand. You know, normally, for instance, he has a rally coming up, or not a rally, but like you could see him at his golf course in New Jersey, but it's $35,000. So if you want to pick with Trump, it's $35,000. So that's the going rate. That's the going rate for a pick with him. You know, unfortunately, you know, I got mine for $400 because I signed up for like a exotic car show on his property with wine tasting and exotic foods. And yeah, I signed up for it for $400, and he came out. He came out and started walking around looking at the cars, and that's when I found him. You know what I mean? And it's just like, yo, and I was wearing a Trump hat, so he saw me, and he's like, yeah, that's a nice hat. And I said, yeah, and you're a nice president. Love you. Can I take a selfie?
Did you? Yeah, you're such a troll. And also at that time, remember you and Bullhorn Betty were front row Joes? Come on now. You guys were the front row Joes. Okay? Stop it. You were professional protesters within the political sector.
With you. He said, sure. And you know, the hat. He liked the hat. That's what got the attention, because he did have an entourage around him. He wasn't like, you can't really go up to him like that. You know, he got a little wall around him. So he let people, you know, and I said, yo, I've been supporting you and flag waving for you. We love you in Florida. We want you to run again. He said, thank you very much. And he patted me on my back. So I was like, all right, boost my morale. I was all giddy at that point. I was on cloud 9 for a week after that.
I bet you were, Jonathan. I bet you were, Jonathan. Mm-hmm. They were humping and a bumping in the backseat. He was high. He was up. He was okay. He was feeling himself. That's all I'm gonna say. He was feeling himself. That's all I'm gonna say. Take it how you want to take it.
I met the Don. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm so jealous.
It's crazy because everybody leaves me messages. How you meet him? How you meet him? Give me the hookup. You know, everybody wants to be my friend. Everybody wants to be my friend now because now I met Trump. Thinking I have to connect.
Look at you over there rubbing elbows and shit.
I bet you I could contact Trump right now, and I would hear back. Not from him, but his peoples. Yep. All right, let's continue.
Man, I seen you with the.
That's crazy. I came up with a rhyme. I said I went from 10 years behind bars, yo, to Mar-a-Lago. You know what I mean? 10 years behind bars to Mar-a-Lago. You know.
Oh man, that would have been. Oh, see, now that right there would have been a dope title right there. Shit.
Yeah, you know, maybe I'll write a book about that or something. But yeah, I try, and for me being in prison, 10 years of my life, I lost 10 years of my life, man. I was like all my 20s, I lost my whole 20s. Non-violent crime, man. 10 years is a long time.
He lost his life. Well, you know what? Just think of all the identity theft and what you took away from people. You took people's identity. I couldn't imagine that happened to me. I mean, they ain't gonna get nothing. They can try all they want. They ain't gonna get nowhere, but still.
For non-violent crime,
Yeah.
How many times does he gotta say for a non-violent crime? I mean, did I say hi to you? I hope I did. Hi. Hi. All right.
Now it is what it is, and I just move forward. But hopefully, other people can see the cool stuff that I'm doing now, and inspire them. If you make a mistake, you can redeem yourself, and it's not the end of the world. You can do anything you want to be. I don't care if you have a record or what, man. You can do anything you want to be.
Oh yeah, shoot. Because I couldn't see myself doing a 10-year bid and shit, and then coming out fucking rubbing elbows with Michelle Malkin, chewing out fucking Pete Buttigieg and shit, fucking doing a damn thing.
I trash Buttigieg's rallies, but yeah, you know what I mean. It's up to you. It's your own inner drive, man. Anybody can be anybody they want to be. It's fun stuff, right?
Fun stuff.
Hell yeah, man. What you got, Taylor?
Drake got a song called "What's Next," and it's like, "What's next? What's next for me? What's gonna happen next year, or the year after?" I might run for a public office, possibly, or something. And have some fun with that.
Did you hear that? He wants to run for public office. Here we go. Let's back it up. What?
What's next? What's next for me? What's gonna happen next year, the year after? I might run for a public office, possibly, or something. And have some fun with that.
You talking about governor of California?
Nah, I wouldn't. Newsom, I don't understand Jenner trying to run against Newsom. I don't understand that.
Did you see her? Did you see her?
It's very easy to do.
Yeah,
I saw her campaign video.
A $2,000 filing fee or something. That's all it takes.
Yeah. And I seen that campaign ad, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now, Caitlyn Jenner all the way. I'd vote for her.
Yeah, I'm voting for Caitlyn Jenner in the recall. I'm willing for the jury duty. I'm willing to sit on the jury to get.
You got another one popping up too, Randy Quaid. I don't know if you guys know Randy Quaid, the actor.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Man.
He might try to run too. But see, Jenner got backing. Jenner got Brad Parscale, which was Trump's campaign manager, until Trump fired him. But that's who's backing Caitlyn Jenner up now. So some of the MAGA people are starting to gravitate towards Jenner for this recall.
So Jenner should have been for it, because look at what Newsom's done. He let California burn. He's letting the cops get harmed.
I don't know if Jenner can actually win. That's another story. But the fact that Newsom, they got enough votes, 1.5 million votes to get a recall is pretty cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like these people are tired of these lockdowns and these ridiculous, COVID-19 restrictions. That's worthless. And they fought back, and they hate the governor for that, and rightfully so.
Do you think that California's like ordering MAGA on Wish, and we're getting Caitlyn Jenner?
That's a good question, man. I don't know. Yeah, I don't live in California, so I don't know how the politics works out there.
Well, we have a big state with like San Francisco and Los Angeles, Oakland, right, the Bay Area and Los Angeles, and the rest of the state is rural and right gets terrorized by the liberal strongholds. Like we don't have any water.
Yeah,
they got plenty of water for street cleaning and stuff in the city, but out in the rural area, they don't have enough water to have farms, and right, they want to shut down the nuts. Like we're the almonds. We grow a lot of nuts. We grow a lot of everything. We got everything, but the nuts, and they don't want to water the farm, so they're all MAGA out there. Like I went out to Lake Folsom, there was the voters for Trump there.
I mean, these guys seem like some really cool dudes. I don't know how they got entwined with Jonathan Lee Richards. But I appreciate this interview. The delusional thinking by him is so real. He has, yeah, I'm telling ya, I don't know what's going on in that mind, but it's kind of dangerous.
Everywhere.
The farmers
Yeah,
love Trump.
speaking of that,
the likes are ridiculous.
you should come down to San Diego on June 12th or June 14th, 12th, 13th, and 14th. 14th is Trump's birthday. They're going to do Trumparilla. Like Gasparilla was like a big party celebration in Tampa. They remixed it and called it Trumparilla. So Trumparilla will be in San Diego Bay there on the 13th, which is a Sunday. And it'll be like hundreds and hundreds of boats, you know, with MAGA flags, Trump flags, and American flags. You should come down and check that out. It's going to be a big thing. It's these things are going to be popping off in every city around the country, or at least every state. Good places in each state. And
Hello, sis. How you doing? This was in 2021. This was actually before Gabby Petito. So I think it was 2021. It was before Summer Wells. Because remember, let's see, October or November of 2021. That's when I'm not giving no hate there, Melissa, or not Melissa. Molly Golightly. Marissa. But she brought her, Betty, him, and showed them how to do YouTube to get paid. Yep, she sure did. She regrets it. She says it herself. Enough with politics, but this is what this channel must be about.
they're gonna go down there. They're gonna go be down in San Diego. So it's gonna be a fun time there. I'll be there. Be a fun time. But yeah, California though. California was, in the 80s, California voted Ronald Reagan, the whole state.
Yeah.
It went Ronald Reagan, went red. I don't think it would ever be red again.
Trump got 8 million voters from California in the last election, and that's why people are on edge because of that, because they think that and that's what the recall is indicating.
Well, they finally got one of their districts to flip red in the last election. Also, I think like just before the election happened, like a council or some shit like that. One of them district. It was some fucking office out there, and they finally got it to flip red for like the longest time. It was like 20-something years and shit. I feel like California is on the cusp of a political revolution and shit. People get sick and tired of the bullshit.
Yeah, because the Democrats won't let it flip red, so it'll be like some sort of revolution or some sort of serious fight. Might be bloody, especially with these illegals coming in from the border and they're being shipped around the country and they be coming into the cities out there.
George, I stay cool.
That's what you going to San Diego. See, San Diego is known notoriously conservative, and that is the only major populated area that is on the border.
Yeah.
And that's where the liberals are safe and sound up in Los Angeles.
That's probably why Trumparilla is there in San Diego.
Yeah, because they have to deal with that. They got the people crossing it illegally and stealing cars, and so that's a generally more conservative. That's like that's the closest you can get to civilization, where it's conservative. San Diego, that's always been like notorious. Like they vote against legalization. They vote against Prop 8. They vote against everything. The sheriff done that.
You have a very unique state when it comes to these recalls and stuff like that, and things you could put on the ballot. It doesn't take much. It just takes other states doesn't have that problem. For instance, in Florida, I don't think they have a thing where you can recall a governor. A lot of states don't have that. So that's a unique in California. They're able to do that. Otherwise you just have to wait for a governor to run out his term and just vote him out.
When is Newsom's term up?
In another year, but the recall's going up. If they get 1.5 million signatures, then we can vote on a recall happening, and that's when Democrats start to go, oh, well, Newsom might lose, so they start jumping in, and that divides the votes up. So that's what happened with Schwarzenegger. This just only happened twice in the history of the state, and within the last 10 years.
Damn, that's terrible.
Last 20 years, but this shit happened with Schwarzenegger when I was in high school.
He got recalled?
No, he won in a recall election.
He won it.
Okay, we need to take a break from this. Very pretty. Very pretty.
Boot up the stream, we're rolling in. Chat's going wild before we begin. Mods in the glow like capes in the wind. Kid got the crew, let the chaos in. Hit that like for Kid. Best squad ever, this is it. This is it. From Misty in the front row to Pat Sturgis in the pit. We shout one more time for Kid. Hand clap thunder when we click. Yeah, we live for this. Hit that like for Kid. Amber drops jokes, Carol keeps score. Coopers in caps like run it once more. Rachel's here vibing, Melissa's on fire. Angelique spams hearts, take the hype higher. Hit that like for Kid. Best squad ever, this is it. This is it. Rhymes are riding every raid. Viper never gonna quit. Rapper with the one-liners. Flames, toddler in the mix. Yeah, we live for this. Hit that like for Kid. All the mods in the middle, raise your hands. This our channel, this our band. From the lurkers to the loud in chat. If you feel that love, let's spam sub back. Hit that like for Kid. Best squad ever, this is it. This is it. From Misty in the front row to Pat Sturgis in the pit. Carol, Cooper, Rachel, Lissa in the fix. Angelique, Runza, Viper, Rapper, Flames, Tyler lit. Yeah, we live for this. Hit that like for Kid.
Not, it'll never be played again. So let's continue in this bit.
It's a dangerous game for the sitting governor to recall, because then there's other Democrats that want to run shit, and they might get scared that, oh shit, like Caitlyn Jenner's coming now, right? So they get scared and they start to run against, right? That you can vote no on the recall, and anybody who qualifies can run against yes for the recall. So you
I
can,
want to
you
know
can have
recall
anybody.
election.
There's literally nobody, like, I don't think there's anyone that's not eligible to run unless they're like not from California, so they haven't lived here for like a full year. You don't have to be American, right? Because Schwarzenegger, he's unnatural.
Yeah.
You could just, anyone could become the governor here, man. You can have, right? They got like 2 million followers on Twitter, right? you can go be the governor.
Popular personality. Yeah, I'm sure Kim Kardashian could probably run and probably get some, headwinds, running. Just a popular figure from California. You're popular, you have a chance. Because the residents don't really know anything. Nobody knows anything about policies anymore. The majority of the people, they don't know nothing about policy. They just, it's crazy.
I'm surprised Nancy Pelosi's never tried to run for governor and shit.
It's not that. She's the governor. You can't really do much as governor. You can. It's like that Gavin Newsom is Nancy Pelosi's nephew.
What?
Did you know that Don Jr.'s girlfriend Kimberly was
married to Gavin Newsom?
Yeah.
What?
They were married when I was when he first became the mayor.
What? Hold on. Her nephew is Newsom? Well, that don't surprise me, actually. Hold on a minute. My stupid laptop's doing its own little thing here like normal. Where am I? Oh, God. Let's see.
Nephew.
Did you know that Don Jr.'s girlfriend Kimberly was
married to Gavin Newsom?
Yeah.
I didn't know
They were
that.
married when I was when he first became the mayor. He had an affair with his with one of his staff members' wives, and that's when they got divorced. But yeah, Kimberly Guilfoyle was the first, like, the mayor's wife. I remember that shit.
Yeah.
I remember when he got elected.
But they don't have kids together though. They didn't have kids together. I don't believe.
No.
Because I was always thinking, well, that's Newsom's, backdoor way to get, close to Trump by having, his ex-wife, with Junior.
He
Oh,
was
wait,
doing
so-
politics his whole life.
Wait,
He's
so
from Marin County.
the chick that Donald Trump Jr. is married to now is Gavin Newsom's ex?
Yeah.
Yep.
Holy
What?
shit.
Born and raised Bay Area. Nancy Pelosi's nephew. Grew up in the prestigious Marin
How
County.
weird is that? Did you guys know that? Okay, but I'm just going to continue.
Groomed to be a fucking liberal. Elitist.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's what-
those are the worst kind of fucking liberals.
He's not.
Look,
He-
a cultural appropriation cup. Braves.
There you go.
I'm
There you
drinking
go.
cultural appropriation right now. Coffee.
This video has been
I hope they
shadow
don't
banned
cancel- I hope they don't cancel
immediately.
the show. I hope they don't cancel your show for this, for me having the Atlanta Braves. I'm gonna cancel you guys for this.
YouTube algorithm is like, oh, sensitive to Native Americans.
Supremacists on your show. You're trying to cancel me after this show. Hey, hire me. If you need a lawyer, hire me. I'll help. Free.
With your track record, yeah, I'd hire.
I think he could do it.
I'd hire you. I believe it too. Like I totally would.
I
It
learned
wouldn't
about
even be
lawyers.
frivolous.
Lawyers are very sleazy. I'll defend myself. If I ever have any trouble again, I'm defending myself. And I'll probably do it very well.
Oh yeah, shit. People litigate better when they defending themselves anyway.
They
Shoot.
do. And lawyers are crooks. Lawyers are sleazy salesmen, snake oil. It's a big game, and they dupe vulnerable people. They get all people's emotions, and they feel like, oh, I have to drop 20 grand for a lawyer to defend me. You can do this shit yourself.
Fuck yeah.
And just the fact, especially if you plead guilty, I mean, you get the same plea if you do it yourself. And save that 20 grand. Use that. If you have to go to jail for 6 months, that 20 grand could be used for commissary. Phone time. Don't drop it on lawyers. Lawyers are crooks.
And they'll sit there and they'll talk to the prosecution before they ever talk to you in the first place. I remember when I got my charges and shit, and the fucking public pretender that I had, they came in, they were like, yeah, so I just got finished speaking with the district attorney. And I was like, oh, you got to speak with the district attorney? Why are you speaking with them before you even talk to me? That don't even make any sense. That's kind of ass backwards. Aren't you my lawyer? And that's what I asked him. He's like, well, yeah. And I was like, okay, so what did y'all talk about? I'm trying to give you 3 years. I'm like, nope, I can't do 3 years. Next time you and the district attorney have a conversation, you let them know I can't do 3 years and that you're supposed to come and talk to me first. You guys aren't supposed to have a sit down and talk about me before you even had ever met me. You should meet me first before you go talk to that fool. Got me over here waiting and shit. I mean, like, that shit was really annoying. So the next time I went to court, I got a new lawyer.
A lawyer's title is Esquire, right?
Mhm.
That's their title, Esquire. Look what that means. It means an agent to the court.
Yeah.
They're part of the system too.
I pushed that on further. They gave me 3 months. I took that. I was like, fuck
There
it,
you
I'm
go.
I ain't gonna look at the force in the mouth.
Exactly. And vulnerable people would have took that 3 years right off the rip. You know what I mean? They would have took that and they would have been like, all right, I'll just take my 3 years. But yeah, grind it out more and you turn into 3 years into 3 months. There you go. That's sweet.
Mhm.
And I'm sure you get 3 months on your head. This 3 months is nothing.
I should have
That's like
pushed
being-
further
that's
for
like being-
probation.
That's like being in Facebook jail 3 times in a row.
Facts. That's how it felt too. No Facebook, no nothing. I was just like, oh, I'm never going to jail again. Fuck this shit.
Every time I get go get 30 days in Facebook jail, and I just got one the other day. They gave me a 30-day ban for wearing a shirt that said COVID-19 is a scam. They gave me 30 days because I took a picture that said COVID-19 is a scam. They were trying to say that's sending dangerous information that could lead to people's deaths by claiming that COVID-19 is a scam. You know what I mean? So they gave me 30 days. But I think of like, okay, that's 30 days. All right, right. I remember the times where I used to do 30 days in the hole, for disciplinary problems in jail.
Taylor here, he's so done, you guys. he's tapped out now. He's tapped out of this. Okay. Look at that face. Would you be tapped out? Look at those sunglasses.
And stuff like that. And you come out 30 days later. You know what I mean? All right, it's back to business as usual.
Right. And
It's like
that's just the weirdest thing ever. Because like motherfuckers was dying from this shit before they even seen that shirt in the first place or seen anything like that. But if anything, what Facebook is doing is just a form of communism. You
Yeah.
know.
Well, YouTube's part of it
Fascist.
too, because I did a mass burning event. We were mass burning over the weekend. You know, we had a big fire pit, and all these kids were throwing masks into the fire pit. You know what I mean? We had a burnout. You know, burn the mask, chanting. I posted on YouTube. They took it off. They gave me a strike. You know what I mean? Said
Oh
that's
my God.
promoting dangerous, content.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Burning mask. How could be a burning mask be like some sort of like, violation of anything? I mean, you burn masks. That's your choice. You know,
If
particularly
Arizona,
in states, states, we don't have to wear masks in Florida.
yeah, if Arizona gets any bluer, turns like fucking light purple and shit, and just goes straight fucking blue, I'm moving to fucking Florida.
Yeah, Florida's the place, man. Florida, come to Florida. We say this. We say one thing: you come to Florida. If you're liberal, don't come. We don't want you. If you're liberal, if you just patriot, conservative, come on. We want bodies. We want people. We want all Americans to come to Florida. That's where we want. Florida's the spot, man. Great weather, low taxes, less regulations, cheap gas. It's just great time, man. Great time in Florida. Everything is fun in Florida. Everything. I'm going to the beach tomorrow with my MAGA hat on and the big Trump flag, and I'm going down Clearwater Beach and trigger some liver.
So you got the Guinness Book of World Records for the most lawsuits, and then when they're about to give you that, you sue the Guinness Book of World Records.
That's right.
That's legit.
Wait.
Hold on. Throw this out. Hold on.
Yo, this man is trolling the court system.
This is right here.
What are you talking about? He's trolling you guys too.
You see it?
It's all small and shit. Why'd you make you big?
Hold on, I'll throw it up.
ABC News, baby.
Litigants ran suing the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yo, that is wild.
It's basically they come to me and say, oh, we want to put you in a record book. You filed more lawsuits. No one has filed more lawsuits than you, whatever like that.
What we do need for the emoji, peoples, we need a playpen. Or we could use a crib. We could do that too. Just saying.
We're going to put you in. You sued 50 or 5,000 people, and then I told them I'm going to sue you people because you got the numbers wrong, and sue them, for trying to put me in a record book for suing. So the irony, right?
You hold a candle.
They
can't even hold a candle to that kind of trolling.
They were pissed off at that one. That was funny.
Did you win that one?
Nah, I didn't win that one. The judge gave me out. Matter of fact, the judge gave me like I think if you look on the court record of that, I think the judge sanctioned me and gave me like a $500 fine or something for wasting time. Something crazy. The judge I filed it in Spokane, Washington.
Oh man.
It's funny when I sue people, I just pick a jurisdiction. It has nothing to do with nothing. You know what I mean? Like I just file somebody, a lawsuit against somebody in Alaska. To drag them into Alaska court. You know what I mean? Because if you sue somebody, remember, if you sue somebody, they have to respond. You have to respond because you could be subjected to a default judgment. Meaning, like if I took one of you guys and just sued you guys in New York, we'll just pick New York. You have to prove to them why New York doesn't have jurisdiction. You understand?
Right.
So you know what I mean? When I sue people, I just sue people in random districts somewhere else. You know what I mean? Drag them in because remember how it works with the courts. See, it's a nefarious. You can do some nefarious things to people because remember, most lawyers can't practice law in other states. So, for instance, if you lived in California, Taylor, and I sued you in Florida, right, and you never been in Florida, okay, you either have to defend yourself or you're going to have to get a lawyer in Florida to defend yourself against the suit I filed in Florida, because a California lawyer is not going to help you. We won't be able to help you. So what I'm saying is, like, if you were like a celebrity and had money, most people get sued. Celebrities drop money on lawyers, but they have to drop a lawyer on money, money on a lawyer in the state of Florida, opposed to California, because I sued them in Florida. And their lawyer's going to be like, my client has never been to Florida. This guy's a wackadoodle, whatever. Like I just wasted $20,000 of their money.
Cool.
So I win.
Did you hear that? So I win just because they wasted $20,000 on a lawyer that they of a frivolous lawsuit. I've been so busy. I'm on the road a lot, delivering readings all over my city.
Win.
Oh my
Remember,
goodness.
lawsuit, people say, well, you lose a lot. Okay, well, me suing alone is a win. It's a win because I just wasted your time. I dragged you into court and I made you drop money on a lawyer. And then I filed, once I sue somebody, then I kept, pounding them with ridiculous motions, and the lawyers have to keep responding to the motions. You know what I mean? And it just drags them down the emotional, pipeline for a year. Like, it's like before they get.
That's not cool. Do you hear that? Because I don't think he feels or has emotions, because he's getting off knowing that he has psychologically messed with people's heads. Hold on a minute. Hold on.
Officially, I wasted your time. I dragged you into court and I made you drop money on a lawyer. And then I filed, once I sue somebody, then I kept, pounding them with ridiculous motions, and the lawyers have to keep responding to the motions. You know what I mean? And it just drags them down the emotional, pipeline for a year. Like, it's like before it gets officially dismissed, it's like a year. Every night they sweat thinking about it. They thinking about it. Especially when I was nefarious, I used to sue people and then have them be served like on Christmas Eve. Have the sheriffs come to knock on their door on Christmas Eve and serve them the suit. It's crazy times, man. Imagine you having Christmas and then somebody knocks on your door Christmas Eve and it's the sheriff. The sheriff's like, you've been served. You know what I mean? And your Christmas is going to go bad. You ain't gonna be happy. Whatever. Being sued is a serious matter, though. All jokes aside, it's serious, man. Like, I don't want to be sued. Like, nobody wants to, be sued. So it's crazy. It was, it was a form of entertainment. It's a form of control. I haven't sued anyone.
You hear that? It's a form of entertainment, a form of control. How sick is that?
Be sued. Like, nobody wants to, be sued. So it's crazy. It was, it was a form of entertainment. It's a form of control. I haven't sued anybody in a while, though. To be honest, I haven't sued anybody in years. I kind of went off that path. But yeah, it's crazy.
They got a 12-step program for that, because usually some folks, they get addicted to drugs and shit. You got addicted to lawsuits.
Yeah, I got addicted to lawsuits, and then the withdrawal. Like, I think Trump overtook me and jumped on the MAGA bandwagon and just dropped the lawsuits. I don't really sue people. I threaten to sue people, but I don't really do it anymore. I just say, hey, Google me. And then usually get people like if a business does me wrong and I say, oh, I want my money back.
What's going on?
You better Google me right now, or it's coming. And then they text me my money back. I'll still by myself.
The justice system's Karen.
Exactly.
I want to speak to fuck your manager. I want to speak to your lawyer now.
It's crazy times, man. But anybody can do it, lawsuits. And, if you ever have legal problems, man, just get the law books. You can do the stuff yourself. You really can.
I got to edit the description. He's to like the Guinness Book of World Record holder, the media troll. How many accolades? You have any other accolades?
What do you call? They call me the lawsuit Zeus, the J.R. Ewing of suing, the Patrick Ewing of suing, the Shaquille O'Neal of appeals, the litigator crusader, the Judas of jurisprudence. We talk about different names.
Jeez Louise.
Yes, a lot of names. I like filed a lawsuit in like every single jurisdiction in this country, literally like every single state, every federal court for sure. Many local courts. I filed probably 9,000 lawsuits in my lifetime.
9,000.
In state, federal, local, state, federal courts, 9,000.
Wow. That's
And
insane.
and remember, in a 6-year span. So imagine how many that produce a day. It's almost like a suit and a half, every day for 6 straight years.
Wow.
I don't know the math. It might even be more than that. Yeah, it was like 9,000 suits. And that's not including like Freedom of Information Act too and Sunshine Law requests, because I used to just flood agencies with records too, just for the fun of it.
Did anybody like ever countersue and shit?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, to seek attorney fees from me, for wasting their time. Oh yeah, I've been sued.
Did they win?
Yeah, but they're not going to be. They're not going to collect. I'm not going to give them anything.
Yeah, it's fucking, yeah, right. Yeah.
I probably got about $500,000 judgments against me total, probably from a lot of entities. Allen Iverson was pissed, man. When I sued Iverson, remember Allen Iverson? He went from the Sixers to the Nuggets.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I just
I'm on the 76ers.
Yeah, he went to the Sixers, the Nuggets. So when he went to Denver, the very first thing he did, like his first week in Denver, he gets popped with a lawsuit in Denver from me in Denver court. You know what I mean? I told him how to play basketball. I said he beat me up and he beat me out in the gym. You know what I mean? And he was pissed. He was pissed because he just got on a new team. It was his reputation. And he hired all these lawyers on me, and they tried to come after me for like 50 grand and damages.
What the fuck?
Look it up. Denver District Court. Jonathan Richards.
Right now. Oh,
I don't know if you can find it. I might have to look into the Denver court system to find that case. But yeah, his lawyers were pissed, man. They wanted like 50 grand from me. I think they even got it from me, but I never paid him. It's like my client. They wanted to seal the case because they didn't want his reputation. You know what I mean? Because it sounded like it was legit. You know, and he just got on a new.
Hold on a minute.
Court. Jonathan, his first week in Denver, he gets popped against me. Total, probably from a lot of entities. Allen Iverson was pissed, man. When I sued
Allen Iverson.
I sued Iverson. Remember Allen Iverson? He went from the Sixers to the Nuggets.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I just
I'm on the 76ers.
Yeah, he went to the Sixers, the Nuggets. So when he went to Denver, the very first thing he did, like his first week in Denver, he gets popped with a lawsuit in Denver from me in Denver court. You know what I mean? I told him how to play basketball. I said he beat me up and he beat me out in the gym. You know what I mean? And he was pissed. He was pissed because he just got on a new team.
I don't mean to laugh, but it is funny. Oh
and he
my
hired
God.
all these lawyers on me, and they tried to come after me for like 50 grand and damages.
What the
Look it up. Denver District Court.
I'm looking for it right now. I want to read it now. So, but look at this guy. He's like, what the fuck? These guys are thinking, oh my God, what could this guy do to us? Hold on, I'm gonna find the case, you guys. I shit you not. I'm gonna find it right now.
He did like his first week in Denver, he gets popped with a lawsuit in Denver from me in Denver court. You know what I mean? I told him how to play basketball. I said he beat me up and he beat me out in the gym. You know what I mean? And he was pissed. He was pissed because he just got on a new team with his reputation. And he hired all these lawyers on me, and they tried to come after me for like 50 grand and damages.
What the fuck?
Look it up. Denver District Court. Jonathan Richards.
Right now. Oh,
I don't know if you can find it. I might have to look into the Denver court system to find that case. But yeah, his lawyers were pissed, man. They wanted like 50 grand from me. I think they even got it from me, but I never paid him. It's like my client. They wanted to seal the case because they didn't want his reputation. You know what I mean? Because it sounded like it was legit. You know what I mean? He just got on a new team. You know what I mean? You don't want to be hit with a lawsuit like that.
Right. They probably sealed that shit because I have never even heard of that. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I got the paperwork. Like, when I left prison, I had like a duffel bag full of I actually had 2 duffel bags, giant duffel bags just full of legal work, paperwork.
You sued Timothy McVeigh?
Timothy McVeigh. Yeah.
Why? Oh, you're definitely a fucking saint.
There you go.
So what you sue him for?
It's there. Read it. I think it gives a summary of what I said. I don't know. I just said I think their Oklahoma City bombing was responsible. I don't know. I said a bunch of stuff. I don't know. Man. You know, I'm
Oh my
just so many people. I forget the merits of what I say. You know.
Yeah.
I just
Oh.
ramble, whatever. That was McVeigh and Nichols. Nichols too. Terry Nichols. That was my cat. I got a cat above my head.
You guys.
Oh, I was about to say. I thought you
I'm
said
gonna
you sued your cat.
Okay, so I put in the Allen Iverson, okay, that he said he sued. So I do him. Oh, it is. He also sued. Oh my God. He also sued. Let's see. Where is it? Jonathan LeBron James. Oh my God. He did. He did. He sued that guy. He had that shit going for a while. Oh my God. Can you believe that? Oh my God. He's so rotten. Oh my God. Riches. Oh, you guys, we're going to have to go through the documents. I must say, hold on a minute. Hold on. I mean, we won't do it right now, but I want to see how much it'll cost. Hold on. Right here. Let's look at that. All right. History documents. Or should we should, shouldn't we? We should. Let's read the complaint. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Okay, let me see the document. Bring it here, bitches. Complaint against Allen, filed by Jonathan Lee Riches. Why isn't it going? Come on now. Oh my God. You guys, he had this going on with this guy from 2007 to 2014 with this basketball player. Oh, he's rotten. He's rotten. But it won't let me get the documents. Hold on a minute. Let me try something else. View documents. There we go. All right. Here we go. I got the documents. Let's read them. Okay, this is JR. He's talking about he sued that basketball player. Hold on, let me bring it up here, these documents. All right. So he sues Allen Iverson. My dude, this court case started October 19, 2007 and continued to 2014. However, I'm just getting the criminal complaint. So what he wants, oh my God, comes now. Complaint. Temporary restraining order, Mile High sexual harassment. Okay, comes now plaintiff Jonathan in pro se moves his honorable court to issue an order for the defendant named within suit to respond. This is a SA case suit, but under the title of whatever, civil, whatever, and offenses pursuant to stalking, violating my Sixth Amendment right under Booker and Fan. What the fuck is that? Okay. All right. Okay, Fan. Hold on a minute. You guys. What do you think? Huh? Anybody here? This shit's funny. Okay, let's go back. And Fan. in violation of my Eighth Amendment rights for cruel and for cruel and unusual punishment, neglect, mental abuse, and distress. Plaintiff also moves this honorable court to issue a temporary restraining order against the defendant forbidding any direct or indirect contact with plaintiff, seeks $10 million for reversible damages defendant inflicted on me. Plaintiff prays for relief. Okay, defendant Allen Iverson is a professional basketball player who plays with the NBA Denver Nuggets and resides in Denver. Jonathan Lee Riches was a personal trainer for Allen from November 1995 until December 2002. Plaintiff and defendant have been involved in a sexual relationship. Where are we? From December 2002 through April 2007. He's bad, you guys. This is bad. Okay. Via pen pal and telephone, as plaintiff is currently serving an illegal sentence of 125 months and a federal pen for wire fraud identity theft conviction, which violates plaintiff's Sixth Amendment rights under the, Booker and Fan? The defendant's also contributing to, hold on a minute, good. Hold on. Gotta read this. Hold on. Oh, I can't see. Hold on. This shit's funny. All right. Are we on number? Where are we? Number 2. Oh God, listen to the dogs. Around March 2000, while at the workout session at Iverson's mansion, our workouts turned into something more serious. While Iverson was chasing me on his basketball court, my pants fell down accidentally. Iverson then told me I was cute for a white boy, and he told me that he was bisexual, but don't tell no one or I'll fire you. Iverson then asked me if I ever kissed a black man, and I wanted to try it. I told him no, but Iverson pulled out a wad of cash from his pocket and offered me $2,000 to kiss him. At that time, I needed money. Oh my God. At the time, I needed money. Where am I? Badly. For a transplant. He says, you guys, he needed money badly for a hair transplant. So he told them yes. This is where working relationship became more personal and sexual. I said, nobody would believe this shit if it wasn't here. For the next few years, Iverson and I had a secret sexual relationship that no one knew about. We had nicknames we called each other. Iverson would call me his white juicy fruit. White juicy fruit and Johnny Sweetcake. Oh shit, no. Okay. Hold on, where am I? Okay. And Johnny Sweet Cheeks. I would call Iverson Black Daddy because that is what he liked to hear. Iverson bought me a home here in Tampa, Florida area with cash. Iverson bought me clothes, jerseys, a gold Lexus. Well, Iverson was traveling with the Philadelphia what are they, 76ers? I don't know. During road games, and in order for us to remain discreet, and we would engage in phone sex on his cell phone late night while friends, wife, and associates were sleeping. I currently have pictures of Iverson without any clothes dribbling a basketball. I have pictures of Iverson in a black. No! I have pictures of Iverson in a black Victoria's Secret Teddy 90. Holy shit, no way. During this working and sexual relationship I had with Iverson, I also lived a double life and got caught up with bad people who were involved in international identity theft operation based in Moscow, Russia. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm trying. I'm really trying. Okay. So the operation based in Moscow, Russia, that landed me in prison on February 25th, 2003. I only plead guilty to a $425 fraudulent wiretap with Western Union. No other dollar amount I pleaded guilty to under the federal sentencing guidelines should have been 6 to 12 months. Instead, pre-sentence investigation concluded, and I was responsible, and that said I was responsible for millions of dollars in fraud losses. I was a ringleader, both which were not proven by the jury, and I pled guilty to. I was ultimately sentenced to 125 months in a federal prison. Injustice. This is currently violating my Sixth Amendment rights under Booker and Fan. All right, here we go. Allen Iverson promised to help defend me. Oh my God. Since we were both in a sexual relationship, Iverson promised me on 6/10/2005 he will handle all my appeals with Attorney Bill Maher, because Iverson told me he knew the government was violating my Sixth Amendment rights, and he could not see Johnny Sweetcheek suffer. Iverson told me he would help on the condition that I write dirty letters to him, have prison phone sex with him, and I agreed because my Sixth Amendment rights are being violated. And Iverson could help me on 6/10/2005 through 4/10/2006. I wrote Allen Iverson 10 love letters a day. The most graphic things Iverson told me to do to him. I felt ashamed. I also did not have the same feelings for Iverson. I used to, because he was blackmailing me to do these things to get me out of prison. Iverson told me he would send me money so I can eat a proper nutrition in exchange for letters. I told Iverson I was very concerned about the Bureau of Prisons for violating my Eighth Amendment right for cruel and unusual punishment by keeping me over 500 miles away from my family. Jesus. Giving me medical care, subjected me to mental torture. I currently weigh 125 pounds, 5'10". When I came to prison, I weighed 175. Iverson knew my health was deteriorating, but told me he would help me if I provided him with naughty letters, telling him I would do what I would do for him. I had no other choice but to write to him. Oh my God. He abandoned my life. He never helped me with my appeals. And I wrote him over 1,500 love letters I try to this day to call him on his cell phone in Denver. He answers everyone. Okay. He answers everyone every once in a while and told me to find a new Mile High boy toy. Oh my God. A new Mile High boy toy, and told me that he hopes I starve and unalive in prison, and told me he does not care about the government violating my 6th, 8th Amendment rights, Constitution on his cell phone. On 10/1/2007, Iverson told me he would unalive me if I told anybody about our relationship. Iverson said he has connections at the FCI Williamsburg, where I'm at. I don't know what happened, but I now fear Iverson is going to come after my life. That's why I moved this court to issue a temporary restraining order against Allen. He also stated that, he also stated, what is that rating? I don't know. To me, with the threat that he is in Atlanta playing with the Hawks or Charlotte playing with the Bobcats. What? And he only has a few hours for me. Iverson told me in the past he beat up a bunch of white boys in Virginia bowling alley. I'm afraid I'm his next victim. Conclusion. Plaintiff is scared and shook. I've suffered major harassment by Iverson, and I never want to see him again. He knows my 6th Amendment rights are being violated, but choose to ignore. Plaintiff moves this honorable court to issue. So he had this going on until 2014, guys. So this was filed October 19th. And let's see, it continued until 2014. I just can't. Can you imagine? We know how you work now. Yes, we do, JLR. We know.
I should, right? Sue my cat for some 9 lives. Sue
You
my
got
cat.
a handwritten complaint against LeBron James, Michael Vick, Wayne Gretzky, Michael Jordan, Joe Montana, Tony Montana, Ricky Mitchell, Allen Iverson. Hold on. Is this legit?
Yeah.
It's stamped like it is. Hold on, look at it.
Hold up. You sued?
I'm gonna get it up. You sued Mickey Mantle.
Mickey Mantle when he's already dead.
Tony Montana. Look at his handwritten.
The handwritten, baby.
Why are you so
Look at the
LeBron
complaint. It
James.
says fraud in sports, cheating the American people. Temporary restraining order. Yeah, so these people, the ones that were alive, they get served. I get served. Like LeBron James got served. Michael Vick got served. Who else? Gretzky's still alive. Jordan's still alive. Tony Montana's a fake person, isn't he?
Yeah, well, no, did you sue me? I'm not trying to figure that part out.
Tony Montana. Scarface.
In the 6 o'clock news today, a Philadelphia man sues Barney the dinosaur for being
Yeah.
purple. What the hell, man?
But that's how crazy the court system is. You know, the courts have to accept anything. Literally, the courts accept anything. You write on some toilet paper, and the clerk of court's gonna have to file it.
It's stamped right there with a case number and everything.
Case
Wait,
number
so-
and everything filed. Look at the top. The top has the docket name and the docket number.
you were trolling at this point.
You killed him.
You know, so
I love it.
I'll be
Oh,
honest.
you
Like,
the
a lot
man.
of
We'll
that
never
was
get to.
angry at-
We'll never get to his
a
level.
lot of that
Never.
was me angry at the system
Never.
for 10 years, but also that had a lot to do with like when people go to prison, they find a hobby, right? So a lot of people like to lift weights or draw or play music, whatever. I like to file in lawsuits, like creative writing, and just like I'd read my USA Today, I'd get like the USA Today and the Wall Street Journal sent to me in jail, and then I'd just be like, all right, let me just pick somebody in the paper, and I'm just gonna sue them. You know what I mean? Or whatever, like whoever, like Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, anybody, whoever's in the paper, I'm just gonna sue them. Whoever's the top story in the news, I'm gonna sue them.
Wow.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Hey,
I just never thought you could sue Tony Montana. Like,
He sued.
I
him.
sued
He
the
did it.
I sued the planet Pluto.
apparently this guy likes to play rough. Holy shit.
Crazy times, man.
Okay, I do want
Yeah,
to say,
all the trolls on the internet combined.
you know what he told these guys? He sued that basketball player, right? He didn't go into detail all the nasty stuff he said. He just said a personal trainer. Oh shit! Hold on. What the hell? Okay. Because if they would have heard this and be like, "Oh my god!"
And, like the bar is so high. And then
Yeah.
like when they get to that level of troll, like you're gonna sue them.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Hey guys, I enjoy myself. I gotta bounce. I gotta take a flight out
Yeah,
tomorrow.
man.
But
All right.
have me on again. We'll keep tabs and
Yeah,
keep
for
in
sure,
touch.
man.
And I had fun and enjoyed myself. And I'll let you know in the future of future stuff. In the future.
Yeah.
We're still
Please
alive.
Did you hear that? He goes, "I gotta bounce, guys." Okay, he just said that.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Hey guys, I enjoy myself. I gotta bounce. I gotta take a flight out
Yeah,
tomorrow.
man.
But
All right.
He's
have
got
me
to
on again.
bounce.
We'll keep tabs and
Yeah,
keep
for
in
sure,
touch.
man.
And I had fun and enjoyed myself. And I'll let you know in the future of future stuff.
Of the future.
In the
of
future.
The future.
Yeah.
Being in the
We're
future.
still alive.
Oh,
You
thank you,
guys stay
Jonathan.
cool. No,
Honor
thank
and
you. Thank
privilege.
you. You guys take care. God bless. Look, peace out.
Oh,
Peace. Peace. Look, rocks, paper, scissors. Rocks, paper, scissors.
you guys are playing into his hand. Look at these guys. Come on, you guys. You know he is trolling them with that sign. Why would he have to say it again? Because he's trolling their asses. That's why. Watch this guy. He's really paying attention. Rock, paper, scissors.
You guys take care. God bless. Look, peace out. Peace. Peace. Look, rocks, paper, scissors. Rocks, paper, scissors.
What the fuck?
Rocks, paper, scissors.
There you go.
Nice.
Start
Wow.
using that.
Well, glad to have you on, man.
Have a
Be
great
safe,
day.
man.
So let's
Thank
throw
you.
it up.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Nice.
I would have loved to hear their conversation after this. I would have loved it. You guys. Rock, paper. I just can't. That guy, I'm telling you. You guys. Dusty work. Oh, I'm tired. Okay, guys. This has been 2 hours. 2 hours. So I'm going to cut this live off, right? And please hit the like because my last live, it only showed 2 people hit the like. Only 2. It's like, what? What? Come on now. All right, everybody. Thank you. I'll see you later.